evening where we almost going down to the closure of the transfer window, and some of the things that have happened in the transfer window have been most probably to some fans. They are wondering whatever is happening to their teams, and many are questioning what is going on with their clubs at the moment. And we have the likes of Arsenal fans really questioning why is it that Ateta is no longer going in the transfer market just to get in the right striker for the club. And in the other side of Manchester, we have that maybe not the best news for most of the fans, having Marcus Rashford moving on loan to Aston Villa. We can confirm authoritatively that Marcus Rashford has finally left Manchester United for Aston Villa, and this is one of the transfers that has not maybe gone well with several Manchester United fans. Some arguing that this is one of the best talents from the Manchester United academy, and he shouldn't have left to the Aston Villa club. And so many activities are taking place in the Aston Villa camp, and it seems Unai Emery ain't sleeping on anything, and he has just closed a deal from PSG, and Marco Asensio has just moved from PSG on a loan season deal from PSG, and it seems Unai Emery is getting down to business. And at just this moment, we can confirm that Axel Disasi is moving on also on loan to Aston Villa from Chelsea, and this move it seems to be already done, and anytime from now Axel Disasi will be playing for the Aston Villa club. And moving on swiftly, we have some activities from Guardiola's side, and he has actually signed some players, some potential players, and maybe it might just bolster the club, owing the fact that Manchester City had a very poor performance during the weekend, and they lost 5 goals to 1 against a very good Arsenal side. And remember, this Arsenal side is the side that the fans are demanding for a signature player. I mean, a signature player, it means they have to go in the market for a striker. And just to get also down to business, there's no much activities from Chelsea club except some players moving from Chelsea Football Club to other club, and we can confirm that Chukwemeka, that lad has moved to Borussia Dortmund, and he has gone to Borussia Dortmund on loan. These are just some of the notable names that are actually currently trending in the world of football. And remember, the transfer deadline is almost just few hours to closure, and remember, the European market will be closed, and clubs will no longer be able to sign the players they need. And there have been some stories from the transfer window, and you can just share some stories that you know from the transfer window. And remember, these were the last minute signing and transfers that clubs used to do. And remember, before Fabrizio Romano, before the likes of David Oinstein, there were some great stories. And remember, there were even some players who used to go to clubs without even the permission of the parent club. I remember some other time Aubameyang moving from Arsenal just to go to Barcelona without any permission. And these are just some of the last deadline stories that we know. But this transfer market, it has witnessed some slow activities from most of the clubs. Reason being, January, most of the clubs do not really hit the transfer window, most of the clubs do not go for signings in January, and it's always believed that most clubs make transfers during the summer. Most clubs would like to cash in on players during the summer because, notably, it's because the season is ongoing. So just to ask some questions for Manchester United fans. What are your expectations during this transfer window? And many fans have argued that the Glazers and the Ineos are not doing enough to support Ruben Amorim, who took charge of the Manchester club from Eric Ten Hag. And remember, Eric Ten Hag tenure was really supported by the owners, the Glazers. Remember him signing the players that he wanted. Is it that moment and time that the Glazers or the Ineos, the ownership of Manchester United, should come out clearly and support this man Amorim? Should they come out clearly and support Amorim at this moment that he really needs some of the players to bolster his maybe squad? But now the transfer window is closing down, and he has landed some talent, and we have Dogu signing for Manchester United, and we had Heaven all being unveiled during their loss to Crystal Palace, which Manchester United lost by 2 goals to 0. So we're not seeing much activities from these camps, and hopefully we shall see more as the transfer window deadline goes on. And imagine your team going past the February into just the mid-season without signing the players that you want. And I think many fans will resonate very well with me because during these times, this is the most difficult times to sign a player, and most managers really don't like the January transfer window because they always believe that during the end of the season, this is the best time to sign a player who will come in and maybe have a pre-season and train with the club and make the best out of these players. So we are not likely to see most of the players being transferred during this transfer window. And one notable name that has really maybe gone well with the Santos fans is Neymar moving back to the boyhood club. It all goes to where it all began, where the story all began, and he has moved from Al Ahly in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and he has moved back to Brazil, back to his boyhood club. I think it was time for him to move because most probably life didn't go on very well for him in Saudi, and most of the time he was injured, just featuring for a few matches for the club. And he has moved back to Santos, and he was welcomed very well in Santos because east or west, home is best. And Neymar is, at the moment, we can confirm that he is training with the Santos club, and maybe we might just see him feature in some of the games that we will be watching as the season goes on. So these are just some of the stories that we are following up for you. And remember, keep it here at Prince Sports TV. Remember, any day, anytime, your opinion in sports counts. And we are on the countdown for the deadline day for the transfers across Europe. And hopefully the teams will land in the best talents that they do wish for their clubs. And this has been my time. I'll update you, and if you've not subscribed to this channel, and if you're a visiting fan, you've always loved Prince Sports TV channel, just click that button and subscribe. That has been my time on the show. Let's keep on. Let's not sleep. Remember, anything goes, anything happens on the final day of the transfer market. Have a great night.